why we exist, trying to fix this issue, is we want to give $30 million by 2030.
You've attached how their impact is impacting something bigger.
Totally. And I think those are the companies right now who exist for a greater purpose and meaning are the ones who are going to do better for the younger generation.
How did you guys decide on the 30 million? How did you decide on who you're giving back to? Like, how does that all come together?
You want some?
Yeah. We're raising capital, so we're open.
So it's 30 million back into the people and communities we serve. So it's essentially a profit sharing plan, and we share our profits with our people and with our communities.
Awesome.
So basically, at the end of every year, our growth trajectory is 20% increase of whatever we did the previous year. That's what the budget looks like. It's real simple. We're up 20%.
How'd you pick the 3 houses? Like, was that like you know what I mean?
You need to stay focused on your questions. You let me answer the question, Kristi. You're going off on bunny rabbit trails. So follow the next 10 years, 20% growth year over year. We know what our profits are going to be based on all of the same criteria. If nothing changes, this is how much we give back. It's $30 million in 10 years. So,
okay.
So that's what we get to give back. Basically, we give back into only things that our people are physically involved with. So we don't just write checks to United Way or whatever. And it's like, oh, there you go. If our people are physically involved with it, they are giving time, their passion or whatever, they've got their kids are involved with whatever, but we're impacting communities. So your kids on a softball team, well, great, we'll support that. Like, we want to give to that so you guys get to do some cool stuff together. Oh, you're one of your family members is a teacher in an underprivileged school district, let's buy all their science equipment. It's giving back into our community to better the community. And then we wanted to do a project together. So we went down to Mexico with Homes of Hope. It was a great time. They selected all the families. They built over 6,000 homes over the last 20 years. So they have a whole system in place. They research the families. The families have to fit certain criteria. They have to, both parents have to be working. They have to get a mortgage on their land. And then we buy the house and build the house.
Wow. That is.
It was our team that said, these people are in a death trap. They're earning less than $100 a week, and their mortgage is 18% on the land. That's the interest rate. They will never pay this off. So they said, we found out how much each of the 3 families owe on their land. And we decided we would like to pay off all of their mortgage on their land.
Wow.
So they came to me and said that. We were there for a couple of days down the building. And I said, all right, cool. You got 24 hours to give to the Titus Catalyst Fund, which is a foundation, not-for-profit foundation we set up. I said, you got 24 hours to wipe off their mortgages. And they did. Totally did. So that's the caliber of the people we have as well. They want to give. They want to change the world around them. And it happens to be recruitment and talent strategy is the vehicle to get us there. I want to know what the future is. I want to know what the next step is. And I want to stay ahead. I don't want to be a follower in the industry. I want to know what's going on so I can adapt and serve our people well and serve communities well and give back and be generous. And even during COVID, it was somebody said, so we're looking at ways to cut costs. And I just said, well, we're going to keep giving. Generosity is not about whether you have or don't have. It's a way of life. Because that's what I found in the book, And I'm like, oh, that's great. You give out of the very little that you have, you give from that. So I said, we won't give up on that. We're going to keep giving all the way through. And so every single week during COVID, I've had a commitment of we're going to give financially to something because not-for-profits are hurting. Because people are stopping giving because they hold cash is king and holding on. I'm like, cash isn't king for me. It is actual different king. But I'm going to be committed to be generous. And I think some of the principles, because again, answering your question, the principles are not just principles, they're a way of life that actually transformed our company. And that's where the favor and growth has come from, hands down. It's not